Looking to improve your offense? Look no further than MaddenTurf.com. My full Raiders offensive guide is now available with every setup that I run from 4 of the most dominant offensive formations in the game with in-depth video breakdowns for every play. Link will be down in the description. Make sure to use code ELITE for 10% off. YouTube, what is going on, guys? No, it's not your man Average. It's your boy Madden Elite back with another video today. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, guys, we are back with the mini scheme series where I'm taking every one of the 32 NFL team playbooks, trying to find the most unique mini scheme in that playbook, taking it into my head-to-head and trying to win a game with it. Today, guys, we got playbook number 7, I think. We have the Cincinnati Bengals offense. You guys can see right here, we're in the tied slots halfback week. Now, this formation is in a few other playbooks. It's in like Raiders. It's in a few other really good playbooks. Raiders is like the best playbook that it's in. But the reason we are picking this formation for the Cincinnati Bengals playbook is because of this post wheel drag. Post wheel drag is only in 2 playbooks. I believe it's in the Rams and the Bengals. I think I got something else cooked up for the Rams, so not going to be doing this formation for the Rams. So this is going to be the formation we're going to be doing for the Bengals. For the audibles, real quick, we got post wheel drag, flood, 4 verticals, and mesh spot. And then also for the run play, we have an inside zone. We're not going to have it in the audibles. Obviously, we're trying to dot out of this, but the inside zone is pretty good out of this. So let's get into the first play. The very first play is going to be post wheel drag. And honestly, this is not only the best play in this formation, this is probably one of the best plays in the entire game, in my opinion. We're going to call post wheel drag right here. We're going to call the running back to the wide side. So our tight end is going to be on the short side. So guys, here is the stock play. We have a post right here by circle, and the triangle wheel route are the 2 key routes that we're going to be basing this play around and basing our setups around. The very first setup right here is going to be streak on square. We're going to block the tight end. We're going to put the running back on a wheel route, and we're going to flat route triangle. Just like this is going to be the main setup that we're going to be running. So we're going to go ahead and hike it. And really, we're just trying to throw that post on the left side of the field. It's going to get over every single zone drop. Even if you run it like this, running the post toward the short side of the field, it's going to get over every single zone drop. A 30-yard flat will not play this. So we're going to go ahead and hike it. And you guys can see it's running, it's running, it's running. And right there, you can just pass lead up. And that streak, don't be afraid to pass lead that up. Even in mud, that streak is going to be able to pull that deep third or outside quarter, whatever is over there, far enough. And it's just not going to be able to play that. And it's going to get over all of those zone drops, as I said before. And of course, if your opponent does go ahead and use that, you are able to lowball this right here inside, and kind of bumped into each other right there. They usually don't bump in like that. We'll go ahead and try it again right here though. You can throw this a little bit late too. So if you're a little bit late on your read, you can see you're able to throw that right there and lowball it in a perfect spot. And then based on that same route combo, you can start mixing in a few other things. The main thing we want to keep on here is circle and square on these routes, so that we're able to throw that post on the left side of the field. Besides that, I mean, you could start mixing in things like putting the running back on in routes and putting this guy on an out route, maybe putting triangle on an in route and putting the running back on an out route, depending on if they start to man up the running back. If you try to run this route combo right here, for some reason, when I run this and the running back's manned up, manning up the running back is normally not good against wheel routes, but for some reason, when I run this, the running back sometimes does get played. So it is good to be able to mix in a little drag right here or an in route. Maybe put this guy on an out route. But this play right here, mixing in those route concepts right here, is going to be super, super effective simply because of the circle route. So guys, the other way we can set this up and keep our triangle wheel route is blocking the tight end. I like to block the tight end in this setup a lot, just to be able to have a little bit more time for that post by circle. I mean, if your opponent's not really screaming, you can put them on a flat or an out route. Not really going to be that big of a difference, to be honest. We're not really going to be throwing to that tight end, so I'd rather just block them anyways. And what we're going to do is put running back on this flat route right here, or we can put them on an out route. However, we'll go ahead and try the out route first, but we're going to do the out route. And you can see you can either throw the out route right here, or when the triangle route breaks upfield, you can pass lead inside and lowball it. I'll show you guys what that looks like right here in a second. Go ahead and set it up and go ahead and call it. And right here, as soon as it cuts upfield, I didn't mean to pass lead inside right there, but you can see the out route by the running back pulls that flat zone to the right side, just enough for you to be able to throw that. That is a purple right there on the right. So we're going to go ahead and lowball that, and you can see just how open that gets. So that's pretty much the only setups we have for this play. Again, this is going to be like the best play in this formation. This is going to be the play that's going to open everything else up, because we have that post going from right to left. Any other playbook that has this formation doesn't have that option. You have to put them on a crosser, and the crosser, if you were to do something like this, that crosser just does not really get over those 30-yard flats. So this is the play that's going to be opening up our bombs and all of our other plays. Now we are going to go over flood. Flood is going to be our bomb play. We got our first way that we're going to be setting this up is going to be blocking the tight end. We're going to put square on either a crosser or a slant, and we need to have triangle on a slant. No matter what, triangle needs to be on a slant. We're going to run this just like this, and you can keep the running back on that route, or you can put him on an out route. I kind of prefer the out route just in case he's manned up. He can beat that man to man. So we're going to go ahead and hike that, and you guys will be able to see right here. Circle is going to get absolutely naked. You guys have probably had this bomb ran on you. A lot of people run this. It's one of the most effective bombs in the game. So we'll go ahead and set this up again, but this time we're going to put square on this crosser. I like to have square on the crosser if people are blitzing a little bit more, because if your opponent's blitzing, if your opponent's sending 5 or sending 6, they're not going to be able to have a deep zone playing on the right side of the field as well as a low enough zone to be able to guard that running back. So you could put the slant and read that high-low. There's more big play potential with that crosser if they are sending 5, sending 6. So we're gonna go ahead and call this right here, and with the crosser you could see it doesn't really affect anything on the bomb. I didn't get a good pass lead right there. It almost got swatted, but you do want to pass lead that all the way to the left. Now the second way that we're going to be setting this play up, not really going to be using this setup a whole lot. It is pretty good, but it's not the most effective setup or play in this formation. What we're going to be doing is we're going to put circle on a streak. We're going to block the tight end once again, and we are going to put a smart routed in route by square. I like to do this if I ever run it on like a 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, something where I can smart route that in route at least 10 yards. And we're going to keep the running back on that, or again, put him on this out route out of the backfield. And we're going to go ahead and hike it. And we're really just trying to flood one side of the field. And we're just reading high-low read on that right side of the field. Is the running back open right away? If the running back's open, go ahead and throw it to the running back. And we're really trying to mess with their user in the middle of the field. That's why we're putting that in route, smart routed in route in the middle of the field. If it's manned up, it's not going to be guarded. They're going to have a yellow in like a perfect spot to be able to guard that. But if their user starts running to the right here, starts using that, you can throw this right there. Like I said, they're going to have purples or yellows playing in a perfect spot just like that. But if your opponent's playing really aggressive, if they're blitzing, this is a play I like to run a lot. If they are blitzing, then I'll start to mix this in. Other than that, I don't really like to run this against coverage, just because the corner route does not really get over the 30-yard flats that well. It does sometimes, but there are some times where the 30-yard flat will kind of play it and pick it off. So again, only mix this play in if your opponent is blitzing a lot and they don't really have any middle zones in the middle of the field. Now the next play, guys, we're going to be going over 4 verticals. This is going to be a really good play if you need 5, 6 quick yards, if you're in a 4th and 2, you know, any short yardage. And we're going to be using this play in the red zone. This is going to be our money play in the red zone. All we're going to do is we're going to flat our 2 outside receivers, and we're either going to put R1 on a streak, or we're going to put him on this angle route out of the backfield. And you will notice right here that you are able to throw either one of these 2 wheel routes. There's really nothing that guards that. Maybe on the short side, on the left side, on the tight end side, a 5-yard yellow sometimes plays that tight end, but that's not really the case on the right side. They have the user the right side. Even if he's manned up over on the right, it doesn't really play it that well if you pass lead inside and low ball it. And they still got to worry about the running back right here in the middle of the field. So again, we're going to put these 2 guys on a flat, and we're going to put the running back on this angle route or a streak out of the backfield. Keep them on the angle route right here. I'm going to throw the triangle route right here. You guys can see you're able to low ball, pass lead inside, and both wheel routes are going to get open just about every time. You're just going to have to pick the right one. Now, the second way we're going to set this up is we are going to put triangle on this flat route. We're going to put R1 on this wheel route. We're going to streak square, and we're going to put square, we're going to put circle on this smart routed in route. Really what we're trying to do right here is read their user on the right side. They're either going to try to go user the running back. Again, if the running back is manned up, you're still able to throw it pass lead inside and low ball. And of course, if the user sprints over there, you're able to throw that in route in the middle of the field if they don't really have any middle zones playing in that area. The only reason I like to keep the streak is just in case they do have some kind of like hook. The hook kind of starts to back up a little bit more into the streak, so you're able to have a little bit more room to throw the in route. But if you really wanted to, if you didn't want a streak over there, and I kind of always like to have a streak on the field, just in case they have some kind of blown coverage, you can just throw the streak. But if you really want to, you can put the square receiver on a flat and just run it like this, and go ahead and hike it, and you can see you're still able to throw that tight end flat route. And you just got to make sure in this case that you're reading the circle receiver a little bit quicker, because you don't want that circle receiver to be able to run into the tight end, and you know, your read is kind of done if he gets to the middle of the field. Now we'll go ahead and move the ball up. We're still running verticals right here. We'll go ahead and we'll call it from the 2-yard line, just like if we were going to run a 2-point play. Again, I'm just running it against cover 3 right here. Not really going to be using a second controller, but you guys will be able to see this setup right here is still going to get really open against pretty much any coverage. Cover 2, cover 3. The only thing that this kind of struggles with in the red zone is cover 4 match. This is not something I would run if your opponent is running cover 4 match. You can see even the tight end over here is getting open. You're able to throw either one of those 2 wheel routes. Now guys, the last and final play we're going to be going over is mesh spot. Is also one of the best plays, guys. Like it, every single one of these plays are really good. But again, this is also one of the best plays in the entire game. The first way that we are going to be setting this up is we are going to put, let me reset the play. We're going to put square on a streak. We're going to put X on a flat route. We're going to put circle on a flat route. We're going to put triangle on a crosser. Now you can mix up the crosser if you want to have triangle on a flat and put circle on the crosser. You can do that, especially if they're manning up. For example, if you're putting the triangle receiver on a crosser, they start manning it up with like a 1-step or something. You don't want it manned up. Go ahead and just flip the assignments. Keep them guessing on which guy's on the crosser. It's gonna work exactly the same, pretty much, to whichever receiver you do it to. But really, we're trying to read their user in the middle of the field and trying to throw. Our main read right here is the running back out of the backfield. We're really trying to hit the running back out of the backfield quick and have them focus on the running back so that it opens up everything else for the rest of the game. Again, nothing's really going to play the running back right here. We're going to run this play right here. And you're going to see we're able to low ball it in the middle of the field. If he's manned up, low ball pass lead inside. You know the drill. The second setup is going to be blocking the tight end. So we're going to go ahead and block the tight end right here. We're going to put circle on this streak. We're going to put triangle on this flat route. And we're going to put the running back on this angle route right here. And you're really just trying to put your user or your opponent's user in a bad spot. They're not going to be able to man up the running back. The angle route's going to cook that. And they're not really going to be able to man up square if we do have route tech on him. We are going to be using route tech on that receiver. On our 2 outside receivers, we're going to have route tech. So they can't really man him up unless they have 1-step. And that route is also going to get over the 30-yard flats on the right side of the field if you throw it late. So if you notice their user's playing kind of low, you can see this route's going to keep running. It kind of got bumped a little bit more than it should have, but it's going to keep running and get over every single zone drop in the game. All right, we'll go ahead and run that one more time. Hopefully he doesn't get bumped this time. And we'll go ahead and call the play. And we'll roll out to the right. And you can see he did get a little bit bumped right there, but I'll go ahead and let it run a little bit deeper. And you can see if you throw it at the right, if you do wait a little bit long to throw it, he does stop his route. So you want to make sure you do kind of practice this a little bit and throw it at the right time. Not too early to where the flat's going to play it, but not too late to where it's going to stop, because if it stops, the flat is also going to play it. So we definitely want to throw this right here so he's able to possession catch that on the sideline. And if your opponent is playing cover 4 and they press the cover 4 with the outside quarter, this route is actually going to get over the outside quarter on the right side. So that's another thing to run it against. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this money scheme. We got all of the plays covered. We got really good setups out of these plays. We got man beaters. We got bombs. We got deep zone beaters. So I know this isn't really like super unique. A lot of people run this formation online, but I think this mesh or post wheel drag, excuse me, is a really good play. I think it's a really unique play. So if you guys haven't checked this out, definitely go check this out, try it out. If you want to try something new and you haven't ran this, definitely go check it out. Gameplay for this is going to be uploaded on the channel pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And again, guys, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so you guys don't miss when I upload a new YouTube video. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. As always, stay safe. Peace.